the market ever been so bad you just don't even want to look at it? That's what I'm starting to feel like. Cool. What the heck happened this week? Oh my gosh. Had this monthly, or yeah, I had a monthly fair value gap, but there's also this new week opening gap that it only tapped here. And we can see here, it only tapped here after breaking through. And they closed here. I thought we were going to see some rejection. Nope. Now we're closing above, and that's the end of Friday. So we closed above this new week opening gap. How crazy is that? Not at all where I expected price to be at. But let's go back to the we'll go back to the month. Started off with gold. I don't want to start with gold, but we're here. I got some 3 month. Might as well go 3 months because I got a lot of markups. It'll make more sense there. I do have a little indicator that's just gonna show imbalances, order blocks, opening volume gaps, and just stuff like that. So if you see weird lines, that's all it is. Everything else I will explain. So we see here we got this 3 month fair value gap. Um, there was this little CRT. I was like, okay, could retest this area. Did not see that. We have some major support levels. Not all of them are seen on this level, but like 4,000, 4,250, then the midpoint 4,125, all that good stuff. So there's just some levels we see on the very, very high time frame. This candlestick just opened up this month or last month in July. It's now August, uh, the end of the first week, so about August 7th. Now we go down to monthly. We did have a huge sell off, but now gold is starting to retest here a little bit. Mm-hmm. So this is probably the that monthly gap I was looking at. This wasn't it. Um, that little orange line would be the 50 point that I have marked up. So I want to see if we're going for that 50 exactly or what. But as we kind of draw it out, it even like peaked above right there. So we'll see if the month closes inside here. If it closes above, that's gonna be huge bullish confirmation. Huge on the higher time frame. So hopefully it doesn't close above that wick. It did already tap it, so that's good. It was reached. You can drop now gold weekly. Weekly, I mean, we were in a downtrend. Now we're in like a retesting phase. We gotta see is this a reversal? Is it retesting? We gotta see what liquidity it's going for. We got some liquidity here. Hopefully we can see a drop here. I'm still a little bit sellish because I want to see it get a little bit lower below this 4K mark, just a little bit more before we expect it to shoot up any higher. In these blue lines, you can start to see my actual key levels, right? 425, 45, 475, 5K, just key levels that you can see kind of price. How does that major key levels? That purple one is just that midpoint while I was on lower time frame, seeing how price actually reacted off all that. Daily. At this indicator again real quick so you can see how it kind of marks up break of structure. You got some untapped imbalances, left some market structure shift. It closed above this high here. We were consolidating for a bit. We finally kind of peaked this area. We closed above this area here. We'll see how price opens up, but that's pretty good. I'm glad it kind of closed up here. These would be some good areas for sells. We do have this little area here. Order block just above. That's about 4,440-ish, 450-ish. Midpoint of that would be about 4,394. So those are price levels that we're looking at. Maybe if we have some confirmation that it's ready to, the buyers are done and we can sell it, we can sell it all the way back down. That'd be at least 3,000 pips to the 4K level, right? If that's what we're measuring to. So we'll see if there's any good actual entry level. I'm gonna mark up this order block over everything else. I like order blocks over everything. Let's name it daily OB. It's untapped, ain't messed with. Let's see how it really plays. We're gonna take off this because I just want to see if it's gonna mess with that monthly fair value gap. We seen that it kind of like wicked above, didn't close above. So when we know that we're at a higher price, we'll just go back to the monthly and see if it actually closed above, which should probably be way up here somewhere. if that was the equilibrium. New week opening gap. You can see how it induced it. Not induced it, that's the wrong word. It inverted it. Then when it came back, it basically played with it a little bit. Like it definitely felt it in this area, kind of played off of it, but then closed above. So inverted it again. So that's when once it started to like be disrespected twice, it still will play off a price. Let's say price kind of comes off like this, does something and reach that new week opening gap, it can literally play off again. So we can kind of catch that, or maybe, right, what it could do, kind of come off, play within it, kind of how it did the first time, break below, close below, retest that new week opening gap, and then sell off again. That could be confirmation for entry. So it can do both of those. It will play off again, but I just like to kind of keep it behind price so I can read price as it goes and worry about it when it gets back here. You know, it's not going nowhere. I know where it's at. So we do have some areas above. We have this liquidity that just grabbed just now. So I want to see if it's going for any of this or if it's ready to go, right? Midpoint between these two was 500. Minus 250. It'd be 250 plus 125, which is 4375, which is literally where it almost went to. This is gonna be the midpoint of the 4,500 and the 4,250. So I'm gonna make it dotted again because I just feel like that makes not dash, because I feel like that just makes the most sense with it. Plays a little bit, it looks a little bit different on the chart, so that's why I like just like this one. I'm gonna name it. See how price, since price is right there, we'll say 4,375 key level. See if it wants to play off of that. What it wants to do there. Let's do middle because oh yeah, just because we'll see how it actually plays. Go here. Make sure it's at the right coordinates of both ways. So it's a straight line. 375. 375. Cool. Alrighty. So we got some above, below. We already know we have hella areas below. We finally outside of this consolidation. We got some liquidity above. We're just looking for areas that it would either sell off from or if it's going continuation, right? So we got consolidation, probably a little bit of accumulation. This could be manipulation a little bit if it does sell off. So we're gonna look at the lower time frame and just see if buyers are dying off. That's all I want to see, if buyers are dying. Nothing major. There's an order block here that we kind of closed above. We're really close to closing above that order block, which is another order block here. All the way from Tuesday the 9th at 4 a.m. In June on the 4-hour time frame. That became another order block, third order block, fourth order block. So this is like a huge area for it to reverse off of. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. 2-hour. We see a couple red candlesticks, but I wonder if that's just the strength dying out, which we can use RSI. Yeah, RSI is kind of high, so that's all it was. 1 hour. I'm really just looking at candlestick formation. We had it had a lot of strength on Friday to just keep going. We do have to look at news and all that good stuff. See what's happening this week. Alright. If it created a gap here, it definitely kind of came back, tested it a couple times, and respected it. We can see that 1 hour 30. That gap comes a little bit more clearer. That red box there, it's bearish something. It's bearish order block. Bearish order block right there. We can see that on the 30. Didn't break above, but it's not messing with it. So can't even close inside of it. So we could start to see probably some sales, right? It's respecting this fair value gap. Let me do a different thing. There's a fair value gap right here in balance. It's respecting this. It's pushing up from here. But then there's this box where it's pushing down and can't close in. So now we got to see which side wins. That's going to be huge, right? See which side wins. Probably let Sunday play out and trade Monday morning to really see which, make it pick a side, right? Don't just let it open up. Oh, we're up here. Oh, we're down here. And let it decide. Like, no, we got to see how this gap is going to form from either up here or down here and how that plays into Sunday. We'll look at news in just a minute. Let's go to 15, see if we can dissect it a little bit more. So we got some internal structure. This would be like smaller internal a trend, right? Where we got like lower lows, lower highs, right? And then we start to break structure here. We got break structure here, probably a little bit of a breaker structure here. And now we're kind of closing up a little bit, probably from that 7 a.m. noon time after New York ended. Coolio. So yeah, I think that is good for gold. Let's look at Forex Factory real quick. Always do this first. I did it last. This is expanded, right? So we don't expect too much from the SS. Monday, we got some Australian news. Wednesday, we got so definitely, and it's at 11 p.m. So we'll be fine. We'll be fine for Monday morning. But Wednesday, August 12th, a lot of news at 7:30 a.m. So we hop on for New York Open at 8. We're gonna see some real movements there. It'll already play out. CPI, that's gonna be huge. You can almost trade that. That'll be fun. Definitely want to be awake and active for this. Probably hop on like 15 minutes before, get a feel for it, see if it's gonna be bullish, bearish, and just see if we can predict it. And what we'll do with it. And if not, maybe we'll get you turned. If all this is one, let's say all this is bad news, all this is good news, being positive news, we can predict where it's gonna go, right? Like it's going to spring that way for a bit. Then we got PPI the next day, Thursday at 7:30. 2 reds, 1 orange, unemployment claims, and so forth. The next week, we got some Canadian news, 7:30. FOMC, August 19th. Thursday the 20th, we have some more employment claims, some more stuff, medium news, media impact. So that's not too crazy. Trump trying to fire people, Trump trying to do things with Iran, gold breakout. Just trying to see if there's any update on the Iran war. Inflation. You know, it's crazy. There's not gonna be a Fed rates this month. They're not going to change the interest rates. They only do it like 8 times a year. So the next one is going to be in September. At 1 p.m. September 16th. So the last time it happened was in July. They did it January, March, April, June, July. Scheduled 8 times a year. So the next one's gonna be in September. None for August. And then they have another one that says in October. So September, October plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then you only have November and December to do another one. So we'll see how they feel about that. Let's see if I click all the way here. Oh, December. Next one will be December. So September, October, or December, we'll go look at interest rates and if they want to change it or not. All right. I wanted to see if it would say when next year, but it didn't. Anyways, cool. They have the whole calendar for the rest of the year kind of already charted out. That's what we're looking at. So Wednesday, hella news. Thursday, we got PPI, CPI on Wednesday. So what I would do, even like on the 1 hour, just be like, or or just mark it up. Something that lets you know, like, okay, here's Wednesday, 8 a.m. Mark it up. You can add a note to it. Let yourself know that's coming up. You know what I mean? Etc. So that's gold. We'll peak at silver since we just did gold. Probably the same, about the same thing. Just had a major downtrend, a little bit of uptrend after the consolidation. I like how it break this side a lot better than other highs. Did not close above this order block. You have a lot of lows here. This is my markup. That's my markup. Cool. It reached some of my markups. There's an order block on the daily. It's respecting. I think it's going to sell next week. We got to see how CPI plays out, PPI plays out, but I can see sales. I can see sales. I will hope for sales. Can also continue. But it has to show us. Has to show us what it wants to do. Dollar. What up with it? Holla at the dollar. It reached my little area I was hoping for. Was this monthly OB, order block 2 on the daily. That's what the huge red box is. If we zoom in a bit, we'll see an order block here. So definitely respected that area. I was hoping it would probably get there to that monthly OB or monthly BPR before selling off, but it kind of bought strong last month. And now August, we're starting to have some huge sell-off. So the more it sells off, the more gold is going to go up. Then from the monthly, I do have like some trends. This is one chart I never deleted before, so I kept everything on. So marked up everything. I can see like where it was 1990, 2008, key levels from them times, and just everything I like to just keep on chart. When Trump got shot, I believe. Just seeing what happened in the market, see like how would that affect the market. Dollar actually dropped in, but had a huge raise after that when he got like elected in the next couple months. And that's actually, yeah, I just be looking at trend lines, figuring out things, sell side liquidity. We do have this huge trend line from above. It's starting to break that. It retested it here. It broke, became a trend line as support, and broke again as we're respecting it. So let's see. Hopefully we get a little bit bullish before it kind of sells back down. We'll see. That's huge geopolitics. We gotta see what's going on with the dollar. Oil, honestly, we might have to hop in oil for a sec. Look how crazy oil's been the last couple months. Holy cow! Look how crazy oil has been the last few months. Like this is probably a little bit more regular price action, you know, like, and then you have this huge candlestick where it went from $74 all the way up to like almost 120. That's crazy in just 1 month. It doesn't always do that, so it looks very manipulated, especially for it to close here, open up from 67 to about 74 in just one weekend. Whew, that's crazy. I did kind of come back for this opening gap there, tested it, and now it's kind of like supported. So even technicals, even with all the crap happening with fundamentals and news and the craziness in Stratomoss, like it's still respecting technical levels. So do I have many key levels for this? I would say 120 is probably a key level. I get key level vibes from 120. And then 500 pips from there. I think the pip is the second decimal. So 500. We'll see. Bam, just about where it's respecting, which is 70 flat. Wow. Ain't that crazy? Let's go back here just so where price is about. It's not exact. I'll just kind of leave that here. I can go look at the line chart, see how it's like really actually playing this as the key level. That's $70, probably a barrel. However much oil goes in a barrel, probably how they're calculating it. You can see, yeah, this is a very, very good key level. And I just marked up 500 pips from 120 because I could tell 120 was the key level. So that was a very high experience move. That's something I can do because I just have experience doing that. So um, that's all it was. It's a little bit harder to teach somebody how I find those key levels, but it's kind of a cute bank strategy. Oil. Let's see if we can get something from oil. If it wants to test that 70 again, maybe. That gap looks a lot clearer. It's really should have been marked up like that because this is where it opened up, right? But if it wants to, maybe test that key level and then see. This is why you gotta mark up your opening gaps, right? Because it's that's a candlestick formation right there. Came down, basically a doji, then closed a lot stronger up. It's probably going if it can engulf this candlestick, it's bullish. If not, let's see if we can retest the 70 to go long. That'd be fine. And just catch some trades. We can see this TP1, TP2, there's a gap. TP3s, liquidity. There's some more TPs. I could tell by those white lines. Price probably did come and get those too. So maybe this high. We can aim for this high at 109, depending on how the war is going on in Iran. Stay updated to that. See what's going on there. See what they're doing. We just passed the Clarity Act, which I believe has to do something with crypto. Okay, so the Clarity Act establishes a comprehensive U.S. regulatory framework for digital assets, clarifying SEC and the CFTC jurisdiction, protecting developers, and promoting responsible crypto innovation. So, basically to regulate decentralized cryptos. So basically, cryptocurrencies are going to be more and more legal. Getting some regulatory action just so the government and people can use it more and innovate it more and be more as a legal tender like the US dollar. So that just passed. I wonder if it says news. Well, I heard Trump signed off and at least confirmed his side of it. Maybe the House still has to do some things. Anyways, yes, that's something. Russia just passed theirs little bill to make crypto legal tender in Russia. I want to look at GA just because I know some other folks. Oh my gosh, I missed this mug. Or did I mark that mug? I must have mixed that mug. I didn't miss nothing. Okay. What's really crazy is how we missed this level. I was hoping it would get to. I was hoping it get to here, and it never did. It never did. And look, it shot the fuck off. And now I see support for it to just keep going. Like it didn't care about this key level. It just kept going and kept going, kept going. So we kind of got to play it by where it is now. We do have this weird trend line. I haven't drew up a trend line forever, but we do have this trend line. Maybe we can see a break of this trend line. It wants to come up, do something, break this trend line. We'll get in and buy off. I'm looking for buys still. I expect this mug to buy the crazy. Let's get into GA this week. Which I mean, I need that trend line. We'll see how it wants to play off this trend line. Tap 1, tap 2, tap 3, and so forth. So GJ sold the fuck off. I haven't looked at GJ for a minute. So a yearly BPR that it just sold off from. And I missed because I'm too worried about gold freaking consolidating ass. All right, so let's see. Maybe it did a retest. It kind of retested. I bet it will still sell. Like if I go back to the yearly, like I guess that's not a pitch perfect markup, but so this is the yearly time frame. It wicked all the way above, then closed below. We still have 4 months of the year to actually confirm this. But I mean, if we're playing it this range on a lower time frame, if the weekly goes to 4, the monthly will go to the day. 3 months will go to the week. 6 months, 2 months. So maybe 3 months. We gotta look at the 3-month chart to see how it actually playing off. Is that equilibrium? Nope. But it is respecting it pretty well. We got even a 3-month balance price range right here. We'll take that to the 1 month. Actually, let's go to the week. We see how it's playing off of both now. I like it. I like it. Obviously, respect to both. It's retesting. Let's see if we can get in GJ on market open for sell or into this this fair value gap. I mean, all of them are freaking balance price range. But I'm looking at this most importantly. But technically, we got a balance price range here. And then, actually, am I tripping? Yeah, we got a small one here. So all those are imbalances within this 12-month, within the 3-month higher time frame. It's respecting it right now. So let's see if we can find bearish structure on a lower time frame to keep selling. It got some sell side liquidity, that's for sure. We'll see. We got a lot of areas it can go for, but I bet we can catch a little something. Like, it didn't just do the strong move to go back up. It kind of accumulated and then took off, retested, and then took off again. Retested. Let's see what it does. It played off of that yearly balance price range greatly. Y'all see that? It did its thing. It peaked above, closed below. Came this day on Thursday around 8 a.m. You know what the time that is, New York. It sold off. Kind of wicked below. Came back up. Retested equilibrium of the yearly yearly balance price range, BPR. Left a little doji, then a hard selling closing candlestick that engulfed this, engulfed these. And then kind of came up, test up to this probably this fair value gap right here. This green candlestick was a fair value gap. Sold off, closed below, way below into some sell side liquidity that it left a fair value gap, came for this fair value gap all the way, kind of just played into the yearly balance price range again, and then by the end of the week it closed below. That is crazy. So that's just a lot of bearish structure. It probably still wants to win the sell side. So we look at all these boxes where they coming from. We start to see like this goes a bullish order block, bullish order block, bullish order block. So that's where those are coming from. A lot of areas it can use to break through and go lower, or reverse and keep going up. Or you can get to one of these levels and want to go for some of this buy side liquidity, buy side liquidity, buy side liquidity. Let's see how market opens up Monday. We're literally going to do all of this Monday morning. See how we can position ourselves. See how we can get into this. Let Sunday open up and let it play into that gap that it leaves or not, and we'll see what we need to do. But I am really interested in GJ now that I look at that. I would say minimum you got to start your top-down analysis from at least the daily. At least. GU looks like it's consolidating a bit. Like, it's all within this range since April. So even on the 3-month, we can see price hasn't really gone, but like any time else, it's kind of going somewhere, right? It's kind of going somewhere. A little bit. It's going somewhere. It's trending. We broke that trend line, and now we're consolidating. So maybe we get a fake out, sell somewhere. Let's wait for price to break out of this range before we do anything. I want to break out of this range, and then we'll talk to you, GU. We'll talk to you after you break out this range. UJ, my nigga. I feel like gold is like, you know, a shorty, NASDAQ a shorty. UJ, yo nigga, you know what I'm saying? I hope YouTube takes that. Got this high, we're closing a high, then a huge sell below. I would say that would just a reach for liquidity below. It just missed my damn alert right here. It just missed that alert that I said probably at the low there. So I'm looking to buy UJ. So buy UJ. So GJ. Order block above. Fair value gap. It's closing higher. It's a bullish trend. So we gotta see how it wants to play. Let's get that off the screen. Must be another one. Get those off the screen. We can catch a huge move here on UJ. It looks like we have some type of monthly position over here. 12-month fair value gap. So we're just arriving into that 12-month fair value gap. Let's see if we can break into it more, get more of that fair value gap. I can't believe I marked up the 12-month on this chart. Like, that's why you gotta start from the higher time frame and move your way in, because you would never see this on anything but the maybe 6 month. Maybe you'll see a smaller one in 6 month. Just barely a smaller one in 6 month. But yes. Interesting, y'all. So let's see how it plays out. I feel like just coming back Monday, seeing what it does. If we can position ourselves for the week, we can maybe catch a good day trade to like buy some weight all the way up to at least equilibrium. See what it does. Bitcoin. Okay, we're tapping into some structure below. Finally, this is probably a higher time frame for a value gap. It's bearish right now, closing lower. This fine when it wants to do some bullish structure. So there goes the gap. I will wait for at least the 4 hour or the 1 hour to start looking bullish. Let's see. Let's see if we get back into this range. I'm gonna do this, set alert. I'll delete the UJ. Just because it missed it. Actually, no, let's keep it because it allowed me. Dude, XRP is worth $1.02. What? XRP, bro. You're about to break below $1. I gotta sneeze. Oh yeah. Want to get monthly fair value gap. It's selling. I'd rather have the buys. Let's see what the higher time frame is really working, because this is probably honestly my most profitable currency. Oh, we just got to that 79 extension. We can start to see. Oh, what the heck is this? We might just start to see a play here. This is a lot. This is a huge huge stop loss, all the way to 50 cents from $1. Does it get to 240? I can see that later on. Let's see if we can get a better entry. I don't see if we get a better entry. All right, like this is a whole fair value gap. Excuse me, here. Let's see if we can at least get a better entry from this area, because risk reward would be great, but that stop loss was huge. Let's see if we can play in lower into here. And what it wants to do. It may not be exactly there, but that's how we'll play it, see what it want to do. And hopefully, yes. I think crypto's gonna roll the fuck out here soon. So maybe in like November or sooner, October, we can start to see market structure shift and actually start to be bullish again. So here soon, everyone's waiting for 2027. It might be before 2027. So Nasdaq. I'm honestly scared to look at Nasdaq. I don't know what the heck it's doing. It went from all-time highs a couple times, and now it wicked all the way to 27,000. It's kind of like shooting back up towards all-time highs. Um, it's moving. I like that. 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 Only reason I didn't want to look at it because I didn't trade it for weeks. I didn't trade it since it was all-time high. I thought these were retests for it to go higher. Now this is the retest. I had all these levels marked out before it even got there because I thought it might play into these levels a little bit longer, but it just kept going. Like we got some buy there. And we'll see. New week opening gap. Just playing off into that. From when SpaceX opened up, we got a little bit of support here. This might turn to resistance. There's a little bit of support here. Support. We can expect this to kind of be a little bit of it went from resistance, now it could be support. We can expect that. So we'll see. We'll see if it plays off of this. 29,122. See if what it wants to do with that. This will be an interesting currency on Wednesday when CPI comes out, and like four red red folders for news. Yeah, we'll see. Let's go back for if it plays off this level to go long, maybe for all-time high. Hopefully we get it by Tuesday or Wednesday. Wednesday morning. Let's do there, right? Wednesday 8 a.m. That's where that's at. So we'll see. Nasdaq moving, so it could get there sooner, could get there later. We'll see. We'll do a quick little update. And yeah, so we did gold, silver, dollar, oil, GA, GJ, GU, UJ, Bitcoin, XRP, and Nasdaq as well to finish it off. Just seeing what we can see what we're doing. Looking at my markups, see where we're going. I'm probably gonna do this again Monday, just because I kind of want the week to open up and tell me where it wants to go, rather than just predicting. Usually, market open tells you a lot, right? Because it opens up at a clear different price, either above or below where it's currently at, which can set the tone for the whole week. So. Order blocks above, it hasn't closed. I got everything below. I see it going up. This may be an area where it starts to retest and go down, but I see Nasdaq going up. No reason for it to go down unless some BS with Trump or the war happens. But cool. Comment SDF if you made it this far in the video, and I got a prize for y'all, for real.